Welcome to day 19 of your 30-day yoga challenge. Today we are continuing with standing balancing poses. This is a wide leg standing forward bend, also known as Prasarita Padottanasana. I have a couple of blocks today. You might want a wall, you might want a chair, you may not need anything at all, but I always want to make sure that you know it's okay to use props in this practice so that you're making the postures accessible. It's more about being able to do the postures than the expression of the posture, right? Because we're going to get benefit from alignment. We're going to get that benefit from paying attention, of checking in and seeing how we're doing beyond just doing something, fancy and overexerting ourselves. Yoga is an act of self-care that we learn to choose ourselves over and over again. And over time, that just becomes who we are and what we do. So wide leg forward bend, as it suggests, is going to be a nice wide stance. So you're going to go wider than your outer hips. And then my toes are turning forward. For many people, this might feel a little pigeon toe-ish. So verifying that all 5 of your toes, including your baby toe, is looking forward at the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Now, I want you to bend your knees just a tiny bit. And as you bend the knees, I want you to take your hands to your hip creases. This is where your pelvis and your thigh bones come together. And this is where you hinge. This is the area that we want to hinge from in our forward bend. Take your hands to your pelvis, pull down. Remembering that hinge point, you might have to keep the knees bent to keep that or to find that. You're going to start to push the top of your thighs back. Take an inhale here, pause, hug in around the waist. It should feel like you put a corset on. And then as you exhale, continue to fold at the hip crease and bring your hands either to a wall, a chair, blocks, or if you have the flexibility, you can bring your fingertips to the floor. What I don't want you to do though is to round the spine and to hang out here folding at your diaphragm. Remember what I said, our hip creases are what we want to fold forward with. So making sure that you give yourself enough support that you can maintain that fold in your hip crease. Take an inhale, spread your toes, receive the ground with your feet. And as you exhale, go ahead and start to surrender your head down. Now, your blocks, if you have them, have 3 settings. This is high, medium, low. You may not need your blocks, but what I want you to do is to feel the tension in the upper back that you carry all day long start to wash away over the crown of the head. You want to be able to look behind yourself so your brain gets some circulation, your eyes get some circulation. Lift your sitting bone skin up. Your sitting bones are the bony part of your butt that you should be sitting on. Feel that part lift as you drop your brain down. Take a big inhale, open your feet. Exhale, sensing this rinsing of the spine, rinsing of your brain, rinsing of your eyes and your mind. Relax your mouth, keep sounding your breath. Remember that very first lesson, we talked about the importance of the breath. Take another inhale. As you exhale, sense your footprints, push them down. Now push into your hands and lift your chest. As you exhale, this is important, you're going to bend the knees just a tiny bit so you feel that you're able to push the legs down into the ground. Tone the belly, take your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, and you'll inhale, start to come on up and pause. Now, if you come up and you get a big head rush, you're going to take your hands to your knees. You're going to gaze downwards and take a moment until everything settles in. And then we'll come back up when you're ready and bring your feet together. When we turn our perspective upside down with the head below the heart, oftentimes it symbolizes our ability to shift our perspective in our lives. I think it's so important that we're allowing our practice to transform us and to help us see things in a different light. It's as though you've rinsed your mind, you've rinsed your eyes, you can see the world in a fresh new perspective for the rest of the day. I'm so proud of you. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope this enhances your day. Namaste.